Alright, picking right back up where we left off. Let's look. We got a skill point to spend. Don't really care about the rotation. We do want the life steal off of this, though. Yes. Jesus. Hmm. Okay. I think I want more attack speed. That attack speed felt good. Okay. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Where did... I really want to just murder Ludwin.
I am delighted to have been right about you. I was hoping you'd have the cold logic I wanted to see. We've dealt with the Dream Scourge, but you'll still have some cleaning up to do. Now that I know this was all because of a new god flailing in their cage, the Living Lands is no longer of interest to me.
You're not interested in Sap at all? You gave up the chance to study a god, why?
Another god.
Oh, excuse me.
Many. If a new one is more aberrant than another, does it really matter? But that is for you to wrestle with. I'm done here. However, I have one final question for your young wizard.
For... me?
You have shown a great deal of talent, Yatsley. Few can harness so much essence with ease. I could use your assistance. And the companionship. It's really dreary being alone. Should you wish to return with me, I would happily take you on as my apprentice.
Ooh, damn.
The rest of the circle do not often visit, which is good because they're tiresome. You, however, are a power worth shaping, and rather delightful to boot.
Well, obviously, I'm... Wait. Really? You want me to... Wow. That would be... amazing. But, I have to think about it. At the very least, the envoy would be lost without me. And so would my lover. Though the idea of finally devoting more time to magic is... tempting.
Yatzel, this is the chance of a lifetime. You don't need to choose now, take your time. We can't use you, Yatzel. It is the chance of a lifetime.
Don't worry. My work will still be here when you're done with your godlike's quest. Whatever you decide, it will be some months before I depart. You know where to find me. Be clever, godlike. Don't think too much with your heart.
It wasn't supposed to...
What is done is done. Do not waste your breath justifying it to me. Countless innocent lives cut short. Even my own soldiers. And for what? Make no mistake. There will be a reckoning for the chaos you unleashed here. At least now I have a better idea of who is pulling your strings.
No one's pulling my strings. The choice was mine.
It frightens me how well they've convinced you. Envoy, need I remind you why the Emperor sent you? To burn out a threat at any cost. To impose order where chaos reigns. If you and Heelgard are too spineless to remember your allegiance, I'll have to finish the job myself. All I wanted to do was protect Shatterscarp. Give it the chance that Fior Nessiverno did not have. Unusual, isn't it? How you spared one settlement and condemned another.
I saved both, bitch. Shatterscape can rebuild. Fiormus Iverno can heal.
Not fast enough to outpace what is coming for them.
You underestimated us from the beginning. It was a mistake then, and it is a mistake now.
A word of warning, Envoy. You and I are running out of opportunities to save the living lands from itself. I allowed you to dictate the terms of this meeting. I won't make that mistake twice.
We all make mistakes. Apology accepted.
Your impudence has been noted. One more thing, Envoy. I know what happened to Captain Alfier. You fought valiantly, and she fell in disgrace. But now you have a debt to the Steel Baroque. And one day, I will collect it.
What a vile, intolerant creature.
God, I was really hoping to kill her. See what kind of mess Thirdborn's in.
Did you hear about Naguno? They found him dead in the lighthouse.
The old guy from the swordfish. No kidding.
Someone snuck up there when he was sleeping and slit his throat.
Damn. What did you deserve that?
I bet it was spies that got him.
Tyrion spice?
Did he ever tell you how they almost killed 60 months?
Gods, it's good to see a living face. Is there anything you want to buy? Or... I'll be damned. Never thought I'd see star metal in my lifetime. Short answer, no. Long answer, still no. But the Forge Master in Solace Keep is probably your best bet if you're looking for someone who does.
Alright, let's see what you have for sale. Nothing too crazy.
Gods, good job.
Strange to see something vulture. I'll have to raise the prices to account for this.
3 dozen dead, of no apparent causes. They just fell over. Like their hearts were stopped in their chest. What did you do, Envoy? I know you're involved somehow.
Sometimes we must make sacrifice for the greater good. I'm sorry, there was no other option. I did exactly what I had to do.
Sacrifices? Is that what you want to call it? Such a pretty word for so much death. Dozens are dead, Envoy. Their loved ones scream for them. What was all this for?
To stop the Dream Scourge from taking more lives. Stop being melodramatic, Tamari. You know this was for the greater good. I don't know anymore, Tamari. I only hope that it was the right decision.
The costs were too great. and you paid them with third-born blood. I hope your fucking decisions haunt you forever. You've cost so many families their loved ones.
I need your permission to go to Gladwin's Tusks, not before you tell your guards to let me through to Gladwin's Tusks. I'll leave when your guards let me through.
You have my permission to go anywhere else. Get out of my sight, envoy.
Okay.
How do you feel about poetry?
Poetry? Why are you asking me about poetry?
Do you like it? Safe.
Damn. Moving on into the last act, folks. Be interested to see what you guys think of that choice. If anybody's watching this at any point and wants to drop something in the comments about what they think about
Put your
those two
back out here,
choices
Trevor.
there. I'd be curious. I think that was probably the better of the two choices, but
We need to talk. You let a mad archmage unleash death with a spell. I need to know why.
no, I didn't. I'm here to stop the Dream Scourge. Kai, Ringgrim's spell cuts it off here. Simple, I don't trust Rudwin, couldn't go along with her plan. We found the ghosts of dead people and a map to the garden. I can't destroy it without knowing what else it holds. Back off, I didn't ask for this responsibility. Both choices meant death.
Is that our answer now? Do we extract that price from every settlement in the Living Lands?
What is the alternative? That we allow the Dream Scourge to spread unchecked?
I don't know. Maybe.
Fuitu Mayu. That choice shouldn't be in anyone's hands.
Then why did we leave it to that archmage?
Reengrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than we do, and we know more than most others do. She found a great solution, but it came with a great cost. What more could we expect?
Do you hear yourself? You both saw what kind of person she is. The twisted little world she built for herself. If ending the Dream Scourge means handing our fate to someone like her, then perhaps it's not worth the cost.
Kai, why are you being like this? Do you hear yourself? The Dream Scourge will destroy the island and everyone in it. We must stop.
Kai, let's be honest. None of us are walking away from this with a clean conscience. But unless someone makes the tough decisions, the Dream Scourge will kill us all. Or worse. That means living with our nightmares. Embracing them if we must.
Right. Getting killed by monsters is one thing, but turning into one...
We stand here bickering while the solution is just over the horizon. Nothing matters but the garden. Shatterscarp, even Emerald Stair. They're distractions by comparison.
Let's talk about that. We're heading into Gladwin's Tusk, right?
We run into Ludwig out there. It's gonna be ugly.
I'm hoping for it.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. We've thwarted her twice now. She keeps burrowing deeper into the Living Lands.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other their sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read?
Let's not get wound up in personal opinions. We have to focus on the battle ahead. She's a good servant of the Empire. She's just extreme in her methods. She's out of control and must be stopped. We'll do what we must regardless of my feelings about Ludwig.
That might be easier said than done.
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate.
Ludwig and I are both Adherents. We'll find a way to work it out. I can deal with her if I have to.
I believe it. And we'll cross that bridge with you when we get to it.
Ludwig and her steel garrote have the numbers and the power. But we have spunk and a map. And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I am determined to reach the garden, above all else.
Ugh, that's just a pile of Sokka.
Have something to say, Maris?
Oh, now you're listening to me, all of a Sokka sup sudden. You won't find a blessed a thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a page-raku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a blessed a oracle to know this won't go how you think it will.
I want to find the cause of the Dream Scourge in the and the garden is our best clue.
And all your clues come from one source. You've been following a voice in your head. What do you know about Sopinol? How do you know you can trust them?
They saved my life. That's enough to earn my trust. They're not just in my head. They have a powerful connection to the Adra here. Truth is, I'm not sure I can anymore, but I have a job to do, and I don't have time for your nonsense.
I hate to be the voice of reason, but we are talking about a god. There are limits to what we can even comprehend.
I have a powerful connection to my blessed a flute, but I'm not about to take orders from it.
What's on your mind, Marius? What bothers you so?
Because I can scream until I'm blue in the face, and you people would still rather trust the Envoy's pet headache demon. And now you want to drag us through the deadliest region in the world because a sleeping god said so.
There's something you're not telling us.
You're not listening to what I am telling you. I'm done here. Do whatever blessed planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Something's really rattled him.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what.
I'll go talk to Marius.
Gentle with him. Or if not gentle, understanding.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to get going if we want to get to the garden before Ludwig.
We won't get far unless we look after each other. Now's your chance.
Killing an enemy creates a lingering area of effect that deals high poison accumulation to nearby enemies. Power attacks deal high poison accumulation to nearby enemies. Sure. We're gonna try that out. Okay, so everybody wants to talk.
I know what you're gonna say. Marius, you need to slow down. Think about your feelings. Well, I don't want to think about my feelings. So just let me be alone for a bit.
I want to know what's got you so upset.
How should I know? I don't know what's going on in my head half the time. Just the thought of going back to Galawain's tusks makes my heart feel like it's going to explode. I sweat. My ears ring. I can't breathe. When it seems like we're really heading there, I feel like I'm dying.
He's having a panic attack. Breathe, Marius. You're safe here.
Right. Thanks. I understand not wanting to go back. But why can't I just thinking about it makes me feel ill. I need some time alone, Envoy. I need to get some rest. I'll be ready to go when the time comes.
Can we talk a moment? I wanted to pick your brain about Shatterscarp. How much do you really know about Adra?
It's a rock that has something to do with the passage of souls.
Not bad. Adra is a physical manifestation of a metaphysical phenomenon. A mineral that takes our souls from death to rebirth. We severed the Adra in Naku Kubel to slow down the Dream Scourge. But at what cost?
You think there will be unintended consequences?
That would be putting it lightly. The souls of the dead who go looking for a passage to the beyond will have nowhere to go. They'll be lost in darkness. Some will find their way to an Adra pillar, far from Shatterscarp. But others could wander this land for centuries.
What I'm hearing is Shatterscape's gonna have a ghost problem.
Possibly. Probably. Eventually. Try as we might to help others, we won't always succeed. Even the dead can suffer the consequences of our actions. I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone. Even for a moment. Give us time to focus on our mission. Ourselves.
That's why I cherish these talks, slowing things down for a bit.
As do I. We both deserve a little peace. And if the world will not give it to us, we'll just find it in each other. While I have your ear, can I ask you one more question?
Go ahead.
Something about Inquisitor Ludwig has been getting to me. She seemed eager to distinguish your Adiran loyalty from your nature as a godlike, as though the two are incompatible. She believes you can be loyal to your country or to your nature, but not both. Do you find that unusual?
Ludwig has a lot of strange ideas. Maybe it's because she doesn't trust Sap at all. She declared war on Sap at all, which puts me in an awkward position.
Indeed, it does. It's just... when you rejected Ludwig's offer, she wasn't surprised. As though she saw it coming. Ludwig clearly respects you, but I don't believe she trusts you. Anyway, that just had me thinking. Could be nothing. Or could be something. Time will tell. Get some rest. You deserve a nap. For that matter, so do I. Pleasant dreams.
Envoy, we need to discuss what you did in the ruins. I just hope we made the right decision. Those ruins are priceless, and I truly look forward to exploring them again in the future, but I don't know that I'll ever truly accept what we did. What I did. Usually I know the right answer. It's obvious. Here, though.
Yes, your ruins are fine, those in Thirdborn. Though those in Thirdborn will soon be suffering. Had to stop the Dream
I
Scourge.
know. We've seen enough pain caused by the Dream Scourge. Things have been unreal. We spoke to actual ancient Akedans in the ruins. I was able to ask questions and get answers.
You must be the luckiest historian alive.
And it's all thanks to you and your weird god, Sabadar, was it? Oh, big fan. But to go through the trials ourselves? Oh, could we be any luckier?
Of course, the Mad God and their followers made those trials. I don't get why anyone would worship Saf at all after those trials. Those trials were worth it, if only to feel like I know where I belong now.
Fascinating. I can't imagine what it was like to grow up a godlike with no god. I'm glad you got answers, sweetheart. Well, I have to start writing this all down before I forget. But do return if you think of any other juicy details. Always a pleasure, Envoy. I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain. We met Ringrim. The Ringrim. Master illusionist of the Circle of Archmagi. And we impressed her. She even offered to make me her apprentice.
I'm getting the feeling that Ringrim's a really big deal to you.
As smart as you are, Envoy, I sometimes forget that you are still a layperson. It doesn't feel real. But it is. Oh, Andra's titties. What am I going to do? If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilici and Fjord. And what about my study of the godless? I've spent my whole life with them.
Why not do it all?
I'm not a kid anymore. I can't do everything all at once. There are only 26 hours in a day. I love my life as it is now. Exploring as I wish and coming home to open arms and a warm bed. I don't want to give that up. This is something I never even dreamed of. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy. What would you do?
Who else will tell the story of the godless if not you? It's hard to pass up an opportunity like the one Ringrim is offering. Fjord's a scary place right now. Could you really leave them?
I know. That's the whole issue. I've learned magic through my own means, reading and studying on my own. How much more could I learn with her? And how much faster? Within a fortnight, I could rule the world.
Oh, gods. I'll stick with the secret sleeping god that whispers who knows what in our leader's head, thank you very much.
Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act on it, but I really appreciate the advice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write a letter to Quilici. He'll never believe me.
Okay. Talk to everybody. Got some deserters. God, why does everybody want to talk again? I just spent all the last 20 minutes talking. Still have no idea what a special attack is. Is that supposed to be like an ability? Maybe? Holy shit. Come on. Jesus. There we go. I think that bugged out. Well, hopefully I didn't lose out on a bounty there, but...
That's done. Well, it's hard.
Okay. We're just roaming, I guess. With lava. Solace's Keep is where I want to go. Oh. Oh, there's a lower level.
Well, time to find another way across.
Now.
Give me a second. Under my...
Oh, that's hot.
Save there. Okay, so we need to roll back.
How is this our fault? We've lived here for centuries.
The mountain screams, the distant island wails, and you know nothing of it. Stay back, creatures of flesh and fur and bone. You follow one another into the snare.
Abaddon's hammer. Did Gabriel send you? You've got to get us out of here.
I don't know what I stumbled into, but someone had better explain fast.
It's the Vota. Gabriel sent us to repair the old aqueducts, but there's a bigger problem. Something's fouled the source.
Do you understand so little? You awoke an ancient presence with your digging and delving. It waits in the ruins, among the bones of the dead. The land fights back against it, curdling the water. I've seen this before. Nature twisting itself to fight off intruders, corrupting the land and water. Better than allowing a parasite to thrive.
This is an ancient battlefield. The fight ended, but lost souls and foul essence remains.
You see it. You sense it. The rot of death never left this place. The land feels. It remembers. Like a tree choked with vines, it seeps poison to defend itself from the aggressor. The interloper.
We feel a presence. It rises like bile in our throat. We fear it.
But burrowing worms clog the ears of these fools. I warn them, and they hear nothing.
Let me investigate. I can deal with whatever's in those ruins.
What is this madness? You bear the mark of this land in the ridges of your flesh and the rings of your soul. Surely you must know better.
Yes, I bear the mark. That's why you must allow me to help.
Very well. Your insight would be helpful. Still that foul presence and let the waters flow sweet and clear once more. Clear the old one's water roads to slake this parched land. Do this, and I shall release these vermin to scurry back to their nest.
Okay, I think we're going to wrap this one up a little bit early, since our last one ran quite a bit over. And we'll keep exploring this zone in the next one, guys.